Recently got a comment in one of my videos saying home brewing is dead. I was like, wow, that's a pretty definite and serious comment. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to do a little video on my thoughts whether or not home brewing is dead. Clearly, I don't think it is, or I wouldn't be spending my time talking to you guys and sharing my experiences. Clearly, you don't think it's dead, or you wouldn't be watching this video. My channel is growing. Tons of channels are growing. Tons of homebrew shops still out there making big bucks. They wouldn't be in business if the industry was dead. Now, has the industry changed? Absolutely. Has the industry plateaued? Slowed down? Sure. Why is that? Well, in my opinion, everyone's going to have their opinions, and I look forward to the comments and debates on this. The homebrewing industry kind of rode on the coattails of the craft beer industry. Craft beer industry 10, 15 years ago was just booming, taking off. There was a lot of hype behind it. Breweries popping up left, right, and center. Craft or home brewing followed suit. People saying, why would I buy a $10 pint of this delicious beer I love when I can brew it for 25 cents? So it absolutely followed the rise of craft brewing, craft beer brewing. Craft brew industry has not just plateaued, but retracted a bit, which happens in any industry. You know, there's a big boom, and then the strong survive. And once the hype kind of pans out, it all kind of levels out, and that's where it's at now, along with homebrew. I also believe that the internet, although it had a nice role to play in getting people into brewing, I think it's also caused a lot of people to either not get involved or to quit. I recently did a video that's gotten quite a bit of traction, ton of comments and debates. Why, I don't know, something like why new homebrewers quit. I think personally that YouTube and such is causing new brewers to get overwhelmed. When I started over 20 years ago, YouTube, it wasn't like it was, obviously. I started with kits, and I just kind of said, all right, throw this in here, sanitize this, throw the yeast in on top, add some water, simple, boom, off I went. Was it great beer? No, it wasn't. Kits were terrible back then, but it was as good or better than the swill that you buy in the beer store. So I believe nowadays that it's become overly complicated. You get on the internet, you start looking at all these homebrew sites, channels, and they're talking about the wonderful discussion we've been having about water chemistry, closed transfers, worried about oxygen, don't get in, it's bad, pressure fermentation. You can go on my channel, you look at any of the videos that are kind of are open for discussion, you're going to see 50 different opinions. I think that's one of the things, and that's why, one of the reasons, I'm sweating my arse off here, sweating my eye. Woo! Got to burn that beer belly off. Go, Robb, go. That's one of the reasons I started Make Beer Easy back when I did, because I did find when I first started, it was easy because I wasn't on the internet. But when I started looking to get into all grain, I found it very complicated from the standpoint of what system should I get? How do you keg? How do you do that? Everybody had their different opinions. I was lucky back then, I was part of some Facebook groups, Brew Tubers, I think they're called. And I met some great guys, and some of them are on this channel, and they really helped me and made it easy. So this is why I did it. Make beer easy. You don't need all that stuff to make good beer. Now, I had some people say, I used to make okay beer, but then it was crucial that I moved to all this more difficult stuff to make, they don't even say great beer, just beer that they really liked. I don't agree with that. Everybody's got their own experience, their own opinions. Absolutely, if you get into water chemistry, closed transfers, pressure fermentation, the whole deal, you're going to make better beer than if you don't, for sure. Absolutely. If you follow the absolute basics of brewing that I talk about and teach, patience, sanitation, fermentation temperature, all the simple practices, you're going to make, call it okay beer, call it good beer. don't care what you call it, it's going to be better than the store-bought shit that you buy. No question. And then what I recommend people do is absolutely start transitioning into these other things if you want to. Don't do them all at once. Don't start out doing it. Start out slow. Start out simple. Add, get a few batches, and I'm talking all grain. When you're making kits, you can follow my trainings. Absolutely, you can do different things to make the kits taste better. But I'm talking all grain. Start slow. Get a few batches. Brew some easy batches. Get a couple just simple pale ales or blonde ales under your belt. And then you can start adding these different things. I tell people if you want to get into water chemistry, start by adjusting the pH in your mash pH. Makes a huge difference, and it's easy. Don't try to do it all at once. That's why people get overwhelmed. I got some notes here on my other phone here as I'm out of breath here. I know you guys get worried about me on these walks. It's getting hotter, man. Woo! Keep her steady, Big Rob. Yeah, and that's it. I've covered all my points. So in conclusion, homebrewing is definitely not dead. I will concur it's slowed down or plateaued. We need to stop scaring beginners away. Lots of sites out there with excellent brewers doing the really sophisticated stuff. I barely do that stuff. I make good beer. Want to call it okay beer, that's fine. I think it's good. People come by and fill up their growlers off my kegs, and they enjoy it too. If I wanted to go in a competition, or if I wanted to open another brewery, I would do all the other good stuff. But again, totally up to you. It's your hobby. Start where you're at. Learn the basics if you want, and if you like the way the beer turns out, and that's it. You don't want to go any further. Your buddies like it. Stop there. Don't feel the pressure to have to get into the more complicated. It looks like you need a PhD with some of this stuff. You don't. It's just the problem is it comes at you all at once. And you say, closed fermentation, pressure transfers, water chemistry. You're like, holy shit. It's a lot of stuff coming at you. It's kind of like drinking water from a fire hose. No good. So again, I'm rambling here, guys. But if you want to advance past the basic stuff, do it. Start one step at a time. Follow the basics throughout your whole process, and you're gonna make really good beer. Believe me, trust me. That's what I got, guys. All done rambling. If you're new to brewing, check out my free beginner brewers Bootcamp. If you've been brewing for a while and you're getting into all grain, I give away my top 5 best-selling recipes, my personal recipes, I should say, from my brew pub. And you can get those for free as well. Links are in the description. Reach out with any questions, comments, and let the debate begin on this one. Oh yeah, Big Rob, he going.